Yes, fight fans. This is Body and Mind Sports, and welcome to another session of Boxing Talk. Well, today I have not so good news for you, and it's concerning the speculative fight between one of the faces of boxing, Saul Canelo Alvarez, and the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, Terence Bud Crawford. Well, it has been revealed that the man himself, Turki Al Sheikh, who is willing to put money into this fight to make it come into fruition, has now decided that he has no interest in pursuing this fight, and so has decided to cancel all arrangements to making this fight happen between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford. The reason behind this he has not made known, but it leads me to assume that it's probably because of what transpired this last weekend in Riyadh season in the fight between Majumov and Terence Bud Crawford at 154. Terence Bud Crawford moving up a weight class from 147 to face Majumov in his first fight and to claim the WBA Super Championship belt, making Terence Bud Crawford a 4-division champion, which he claimed quite comfortably. Well, in that fight, it was quite a competitive fight, not activity-wise. Activity-wise, Terence Crawford for me was far ahead because not only did he, land more on Majumov, he actually initiated most of the activity. However, he did show quite a bit of caution in that fight. He showed more caution than he might otherwise usually do. And people are attributing this to the size, the strength, and power of Terence Bud Crawford, even though in that fight it was clear that Crawford took his biggest punches from Majumov and they had no effect on him. In fact, being the smaller man, it was actually Terence Bud Crawford that hurt Majumov several times in that fight. So, because people are of the opinion that size, strength, and power had had a play in in Crawford's calculated caution in that fight, they are now assuming that Crawford will be no match to face Saul Canelo Alvarez, who fights two whole weight classes above Terence Bud Crawford at 168. Okay, so that might be one of the reasons why the fight has been cancelled. Another reason I might say, because an interview has shown up between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Sway's Universe. So if you want to get the full understanding of what transpired in that interview, please feel free to go and visit Sway's Universe. Well, in that interview, when Saul Canelo Alvarez was asked about Terence Bud Crawford and what were the prospects of him facing Terence Bud Crawford, the answer that Saul Canelo Alvarez gave was that he had absolutely zero interest in facing Terence Bud Crawford. And some of the reasons he gave were that Terence Bud Crawford is just way too small for him, and that he will get no credit in beating Terence Bud Crawford. Although self-admittedly, he did say that Terence Bud Crawford is a highly skilled fighter. And if the money was right, he would, visit that idea but he believes that it would be an easy win for him, that it would be an easy payday for him. So I would like to add, if it's going to be an easy win for you and an easy payday, and that, the money influence might make you take the fight, then why not just take the fight and get the win? If it's an easy win and the man is too small. If money might sway your mind, take the fight, because there's $100 million freaking dollars that is being offered to Saul Canelo Alvarez if you were to take that fight. But no, still he's adamant that he's not willing to face Terence Bud Crawford. Why? Because of size. Now, I would like to also say regarding that if Terence Bud Crawford is too small for Saul Canelo Alvarez, then what was Floyd Mayweather when they faced each other? What was Floyd Mayweather? Because number one, Floyd Mayweather is smaller than Terence Bud Crawford. Think about that. Yet he was willing to face Floyd Mayweather and take the loss. Because Canelo actually lost in that fight, and he lost by a wide distance. So, take the fight, Saul Canelo Alvarez, because there's big money being offered to you to take a fight which, in your opinion, is an easy payday. And you have revealed that money, if the money was right, $100 million, which is way more than you've ever earned in your career, is there for you. So go take it. Saul Canelo Alvarez also said that he would have nothing to gain if he were to fight and beat Terence Bud Crawford. That it would be an absolute, bad business move. Where is the bad business move in fighting what you claim is an easy payday and getting paid a whopping $100 million to do so? Where's the bad business move in that? So that comes as a big contradiction to me on Canelo Alvarez's side. And, to further my argument, and, to further make my argument firmer, you don't want to fight Terence Bud Crawford, but you're willing to fight, you don't want to fight Terence Bud Crawford where you will get more money for fighting him, probably even a better competitive fight. Because what I see, I don't think Canelo would obliterate Terence Bud Crawford as many view. But you've chosen to fight Edgar Berlanga instead, who poses no threat at all to you, and you're getting way less money. So if Crawford poses no threat to you, you should be looking at him like Edgar Berlanga then, isn't it? And get way more money for fighting Crawford. Crawford we all know, is not the only person that you're ducking. You're also ducking someone, you know, who once fought in your division, David Benavidez. And the reason why David Benavidez moved up from 168 simply because he's been your mandatory for years, and still you have refused to face the man in a bout. What were your reasons? What were Canelo Alvarez's reasons? It's revealed in Sway's Universe. Recent interview. Canelo Alvarez's reasons were that although him and David the Monster Mexican Monster Benavidez are in the same weight class, that still David Benavidez will be carrying on fight night 15 to 20 pounds more than him in the ring. Which shows me, that Canelo Alvarez is not up to taking real challenges, because in the same breath, if anyone that follows boxing will know that Saul Canelo Alvarez went up to face Sergey the Crusher Kovalev, who was the main man in his division. And he went to face Kovalev because he thought he could beat him, which he did. He knocked him out. Was Kovalev not carrying 15 to 20 pounds more than Canelo on fight night? Huh? Canelo's, you must be kidding. You must be kidding us fans. Yeah. So it's obviously clear that money is not the issue here, because it's clear to win. It's clear to earn 100 million from the Crawford fight. Instead, he's chosen to face Edgar Berlanga, someone that poses no threat at all to him in the ring. I don't see Edgar Berlanga lasting more than 6 rounds in that fight, to tell you the truth. And that's my opinion. Also, recently during the the press conference for the Edgar Berlanga Canelo fight coming up, in the media scrums, Canelo was asked, how much would it take for you to jump in the ring and face Terence Bud Crawford? Canelo himself blurted out an absurd number, 150 million. 150 million to face someone like to face someone like Terence Bud Crawford. Which means he's trying to show everybody that he's leaving no rooms for negotiation. Because, come on, you already been offered an absurd amount of money already. In my opinion, you don't need 100 million to face Terence Bud Crawford. Someone that you say is too small, is an easy fight. You don't need 100 million to be paid handsomely for an easy fight. But yet, 100 million is there for you to earn. But you saying that you need 150, Canelo saying that he needs 150 million makes it clear to me that he doesn't want to fight. Simple. And concerning David Benavidez, guess the amount Canelo Alvarez has revealed that he wants to get paid to face David Benavidez. 200 million smackaroonies. $200 million. Who's going to pay $200 million for Canelo to face David Benavidez? Once again, we have seen that Canelo Alvarez leaves no room for negotiation. He just doesn't want to fight. Simple as that. You know, if you watch Canelo Alvarez's fights, historically, you will see that he faces a lot of problems when facing fleet-footed fighters. Hence why his fight with Floyd Mayweather went so horribly. You know, Sal Canelo Alvarez's footwork is just stuck in the mud. The man just can't move, although he has fast hands and has other highly respectable skills. However, his feet are just stuck in the mud. We also saw how he suffered to close the distance against Erislandy Lara in their fight. We all saw. And in that fight, although Canelo came up the winner, you know, due to the inactivity of Erislandy Lara, he didn't land enough shots, in my opinion. Although some people thought Erislandy Lara actually won that fight, I watched it carefully and I give it to Canelo. Erislandy Lara, come on, he could have done a whole lot better. So Canelo gets that. But the problems that he faced in that fight were very obvious. And I'm speculating that the way Canelo is looking at Terence Bud Crawford, who also possesses amazing, you know, nifty footwork, very fleet-footed fighter, that, you know, that brings back the bad memories of, you know, of those fights that he's had in the past. One of which he's lost against, you know, Floyd Mayweather. And he might lose again. Because unlike Erislandy Lara, you know, Terence Bud Crawford comes to fight. You ain't just going to be chasing him down the ring and he ain't looking, you know, to do anything about it. And he punches hard too. And he's a great counter puncher. So all those lunging and falling out of balance that he was doing with Erislandy Lara, he knows he's not going to get away with that. And the chances of him catching Terence Bud Crawford, who has an amazing reach, jab, and length of arms for his body size, the chances, and also good defense, I might say, you know, the chances of Sal Canelo Alvarez catching him with that knockout punch, which I believe would probably Sal Canelo's only chance of beating Crawford, you know, if it doesn't go 12 rounds. If it goes 12 rounds and it's a clear win for, you know, Crawford, he might get the unanimous decision. He might get the unanimous decision. Any performance less than that, even though, you know, Terence Bud Crawford might have the edge in the fight, but if he performed less than getting a unanimous decision, I believe that, you know, Sal Canelo Alvarez will get the gift. He will get the gift decision. And concerning Terence Bud Crawford's fleet-footedness, and, you know, we might also add into that his ring IQ and ring generalship. This man also packs a punch, a hell of a lot of power. I don't think Canelo Alvarez will be walking through Crawford's punches. Majimov was not walking through Crawford's punches. I saw him a few times wanting to spar and hold He felt the power. So it's obvious that Terence Bud Crawford carried this power to 154, even though he didn't get the knockout. And I believe if he faces Canelo, he'll be carrying more weight behind his power, because Terence Bud Crawford would be a heavier man facing Saul Canelo Alvarez at 168. You know, yeah. So what else can I look at in this situation? Yes. Also, the Bivol fight. Did Canelo not go up to face Bivol and when he lost his first fight? Okay. So that nears the conclusion of my talk, you know. But Saul Canelo Alvarez saying that he has nothing to gain and will get no credit in facing Terence Crawford is absolutely wrong, because Crawford comes in the ring with a shell load of accolades, undisputed in 2 weight classes. Also, he has his encore fan base as well. And there's a lot of money there to be earned. So it's a win. It will be a win-win either way. It will be a win-win either way, because Canelo is just looking for the money anyway to fight. If it's true what he says, he's just looking for the money anyway to fight Crawford. You know, so imagine beating the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. What do you think that will make you as a fighter? Think about it. What do you think that will do for your legacy? What do you think that will do for you stacking up generational wealth? 100 million is no joke. I mean, some people can't even scratch a couple hundred, a couple thousands. Yeah, so yeah, after all I've just said, I would just like to conclude to say that yes, I believe that Saul Canelo Alvarez is trying to duck Terence Bud Crawford, hence the Edgar Berlanga fight, which Edgar Berlanga has no chance of winning that fight. They're just on 2 totally separate levels, you know. Styles make fights, and Edgar Berlanga just isn't it. So that is just a decoy to avoid the Terence Bud Crawford fight. I'll finally like to say that, you know, if Canelo and Crawford do fight, it's a 50-50. It would be a 50-50 matchup, and it wouldn't be the obliteration that people are talking about, you know, because Terence Bud Crawford possesses many styles, and you know, if you can't knock out Canelo, you know, you will outpoint him, and maybe get the decision. But even if not, and Canelo comes out on top, it will still be a competitive fight, a very entertaining fight for us fight fans. So yeah, I know the fight has been cancelled, but who knows in the future? You know, anything can happen. So just stay tuned, and you know, keep supporting the channel to hear more on this matter and other matters also. For now, that's it for me, and I'll see you next time on Body and Mind Sports. Bow.